Zambrano, Chief Market Analyst with TradeCaptain.com. And sorry to keep you waiting this morning. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but London is covered in snow. And for a city where it only snows a few times per year, tends to shut down. So that's why we're starting a little bit later today. Bit of a hassle to get to the office of Amana Capital and Trade Captain, just next to the landmark St. Paul's Cathedral in the city of London. Now we're going to take a look at the market. Going to kick off with the euro as we always do, and then look a bit at Bitcoin, DAX, gold, crude oil. But before we start, I need to stress that trading financial markets is unfortunately risky, and there's always a risk that we'll lose all of our invested money. So please bear that in mind before you start trading. Okay, this is the euro versus the USD, and it poked below the February low of 122.03, and this was the bull bear line. So it was bullish above, bearish below, and we poked below it. The reason for that is because yesterday the first speech of the new central bank, or the head of the new central bank, Mr. Jerome H. Powell, his comments were slightly more hawkish than anticipated, so the market is getting excited about interest rates again. Now, it hasn't necessarily reached the low yet. I would argue that if we trade below the low again, so obviously if one is long, you stopped out. That's just it, right? If we're bullish in line with the setups here. But here, there's a bit of a challenge in a way that the market declined quite a bit already, 162 pip from this high here. So I would be cautious to sell here, but I think if we trade below 21.98 again, this market could slowly move lower and lower and lower, and that makes this high the new trend defining level. So selling here would give an initial stop of 162 pip versus a potential return of 112, which is not too great, and then maybe down to 120. So it's pretty much balanced risk reward here. So a break to this low here, probably down a bit, up, and then down, and I will use that as my trend defining level. So this is going to be the new level, really. So bullish above, bearish below. Here's Bitcoin. Bitcoin ended its short-term downtrend here, I said the market could potentially move down a little bit. I took a Fibonacci. I need to adjust that a bit now from the low to the high, and maybe it'll come down 50% or something like that. So 10,160. 10,160. However, though, I get a feeling that this market is just gonna trade sideways, and it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to trade with. I mean, overall, we could potentially carve out that right shoulder here, but to be honest, I think this is gonna be a little bit more choppy. I spoke with my colleague that works with the Asian markets, and he's telling me that people coming back to the office and getting back to work, but it's people are not all fully back yet. So maybe hopefully by Monday next week or this weekend, we start to see more activity from Asia, which tends to dominate crypto markets. So I think this can go down, but I'm gonna be very cautious. If anything, I believe the market is gonna continue to trade sideways between this low and this high. And obviously, if you're really keen and you think we're gonna bottom out, then maybe a pullback. Maybe traders might look to consider to buy here with stops below. But myself, I'm looking for a really good opportunity to just buy like I did here, and then the market just rallies to the upside. I can't see that happening. I think it can go down, and then maybe it'll go up, and then it just trades sideways. So I'm not a big fan of this right now from a trading perspective. I think it's just going to be trading sideways. So I'm going to be neutral between 9,185 and 11,069. If I start to see, other coins, Ethereum, Litecoin, all of those start to prepare themselves for a nice breakout, then yeah, maybe I'll turn bullish here. But for now, it looks to me that this needs to trade more sideways before the market starts to do anything about it. If you want to pay attention to levels, is this low? Is this high? Is this high up here? And this low down here. So these are the levels that I'm watching. You know, break below, bearish, break above, bullish, and maybe break above here, bullish as well. Crude oil, it touched the buy zone and it's trying to bottom out, which is great. I mean, it did look at bottomed out, and today is bullish, so hopefully it just moves up to maybe 64 or something like that. I think that will be a feasible target, and then we'll see. Does it want to continue to trade to the upside? Well, if we take out this high, the market can continue to add and continue to push to the upside. I think if we go up here, that will be good, and then again we'll see if it wants to break. It could also, of course, just tumble down again. But I think in this little section here, and as long as trade above this low, which is the trend defining low at $60.69, then this is a bullish market, and the market can continue to head to the upside. Here is the price of gold, and the euro obviously took out its lows, and here as well we're very close to take out some of the lows. The levels we're focusing on here is 1,306. Obviously it could potentially bottom out, we never know. I mean, as long as you trade above the stop level and the key level, the best thing is just to make no changes. There has been situations where the market just bounces back, and then we're on the other side of the range. If you think about it, you know, people that were selling here probably were like feeling really uncomfortable because it was so close to being stopped out, and everybody was extremely bullish at that time. And now we're down here and everybody's extremely bearish, right? So it does pay just to be patient. So the market is bullish about 1,306 and bearish below it. So it could easily spend a few more days here to move to the upside. If not, it just goes down most likely. And it's the DAX. The DAX here. So we talked about buying here already on February 8th. The market moved shy from this level here, which is 12,655. We also talked about buying here at this level and this level here. Now I think, you know, traders that bought here, I think it makes sense to reduce the key level now. So this will be a break-even trade on the first ideas. And here we're still in play. The market can go down, but as long as trade above this level here, which you can see down here, which is 12,259, then we're dealing with a bullish trend, and this market could head to the upside. If you want to know more about what's going on with the dollar, like you want to know a little bit more about the Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and even dollar yen, check out this video. Sharp gains in the dollar, what's next for traders. So this is me looking at those markets and also looking into the statement of Powell, and you're trying to give you an idea what kind of why the market triggered the way it did. So here's actually some of his key statements that I extracted from this. So check it out, and if you feel that you missed out, well, it's probably because you didn't subscribe here or you don't follow us on Twitter. So if you subscribe to this channel, then you'll get a notification. They pop up here, and if you even press the bell, you get notified for every video. Because this one was just uploaded, we didn't do a presentation. I just did it yesterday as the market was, you know, coming down strongly, so it made sense to check it out. So don't forget to subscribe as well. Follow us on Twitter at Trade Captain or Trade CPT. Down here you have the Twitter, and it's called Trade CPT. This is where you can find all of our content, okay? And it's a good way to keep track of what's going on the website. Finally, we do have a mobile app which is really good. I got it on Google Play and App Store. It's another way of getting notifications of the articles. You get like these little pop-ups on your screen, and yeah, very straightforward. If you like something, you just flip to the left and then you read. Okay guys, we're gonna finish up. So you know, today at 11 a.m. London time, we're going to have a special webinar on LUA trading using Forex. Trading Forex with other ways. Feel free to register if you want to. Register once, and you will have access to all the webinars that we host here at tradecaptain.com. Just don't forget, register with email, and obviously with that email you log in, and then you can access everything we do. Awesome, guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. London time. Thank you.